Scene 4, corporate personhood wins. 1910 to 2010, the 99% lose out.
After corporations used the 14th Amendment to get the Supreme Court to say that they were persons,
they didn't stop there. Oh no, they were just getting started.
In the 20th century, corporations have been successful in gaining legal powers that let them
grow bigger and stronger than ever before.
Now even the states have difficulty controlling the largest corporations.
Much less cities and towns. What are these legal powers?
And what do they do for corporations? To start with, general incorporation.
A corporation can do business in anything that is legal.
Next, perpetual life.
Corporations can live forever and do not have to justify their existence.
Next, ownership of other corporate stock.
When corporations can buy other corporations anywhere.
They are like shapeshifters, merging and morphing with almost no restrictions.
With no restrictions?
No. And next comes limited liability. With limited liability, corporate management is no longer responsible for damages caused by their corporation.
Not liable for damages.
No. And in the 1930s, corporations used the legal argument of due process to overturn
200 laws
about child labor, the length of the work week, and worker safety. Injury compensation funds were actually declared illegal.
That's terrible.
You bet it is.
This allowed corporations to use due process like a stick.
Like a stick.
To beat down labor unions and keep their workers under control. The labor unions, their leaders, and their workers were beaten down many times in many strikes by police and soldiers and hired thugs.
Beaten and sometimes killed.
The Supreme Court awarded corporations even Fourth Amendment rights to say that corporations were entitled to privacy and freedom from unreasonable searches.
This makes it harder to enforce environmental and safety regulations.
Corporations even got Fifth Amendment rights. This, which they used to prevent being taken to court for criminal misconduct.
I plead the Fifth.
Corporations next used Seventh Amendment rights to force trials by jury in civil cases.
To avoid regulations they don't like.
And last but not least, then came the SLAPP lawsuits.
What's the SLAPP lawsuit?
I'm so glad you asked. A SLAPP lawsuit means
Strategic lawsuit against public participation.
corporations use frivolous lawsuits to shut people up who are criticizing them, even though the corporation does not even expect to win.
They don't expect to win.
No, the corporation simply outspends them in court costs. So, in the 20th century, the Supreme Court has effectively created
A corporate Bill of Rights.
which is not mentioned
Anywhere in the Constitution.
nor has it been voted on by the people.
Anytime, anywhere.
Corporations use this implied Bill of Rights
To escape control by state and federal regulators.
Scene 5, corporate superperson. Money equals speech equals end of democracy.
We have now reached the end of our story. The end of the story of corporate personhood, we hope, which is
The story of Citizens United.
2 years ago tomorrow, the Supreme Court, in its infinite wisdom, decided that because corporations are persons, they also have First Amendment rights of free speech.
They can spend unlimited amounts of money on political campaigns. They have more rights than you and me. They are now super persons.
Unlimited spending by corporations in politics means
The end of democracy in America.
Citizens United removes the very foundation of democracy.
That one person equals one vote.
When money equals speech, corporate money drowns out
The voice of the 99%.
But will the 99% be forever dominated by the corporate 1%?
No!
Remember, the rights of the people truly only reside.
Only with the people.
They do not reside with corporations.
We need a constitutional amendment that makes this clear once and for all.
What kind of constitutional amendment?
One that says money is not speech and corporations are not persons.
Move to amend. Enter move to amend. Move to amend is how the 99% will win. Help move to amend. Abolish corporate personhood. And restore power to the people. Power to the people. Power to the people. Power to the people.